I'm picking up on such a badass energy, okay? You're a badass. And so I started pulling cards for the collective because this morning I woke up and I could hear dove sounds from outside my window. It sounded like it was literally right on my windowsill. And I was like, this is crazy. What is this about? So that's what I'm asking about. Doves might be significant, or birds within the dove family, or just birds in general making noises. Nine of Pentacles came out, and immediately Spirit was like, Cinderella. You're Cinderella, but you're a badass version of Cinderella, okay? You don't need a Prince Charming. You don't. In fact, you're like, rather not. Rather not. That reminds me of Pitch Perfect. Anyways. You are truly, like, in such an abundant energy that, like, you're kind of, like, unfuckwithable. Words are hard. You're unfuckable. What? No, that's not what I'm trying to say. I don't know. Okay? You're just a badass, and that's that. But this is, like, truly, like, independence. So powerful. Reclaiming your power. Nine of Swords reversed. You're getting out of this energy of, like, being anxious about, like... Here, wait, hold on. Let me get this going. You're releasing a lot of anxiety, and it's, like, anxiety surrounding, I think, letting people in. Like, you're finding a balance of, like, when you need support and when you just need to show up for yourself. Yeah, like, you're kind of, like, it's a really beautiful balance to find. And I'm also hearing, like, Spirit is so there for you. That's why the birds are a theme here, and that's why it was Cinderella, because Cinderella had 222. Balance and harmony. Hi, I'm Harmony. That's why the birds were a thing, because Cinderella with the birds, and then they all are, like, helping her get dressed and, like, make her dress and everything and, like, get all pretty. Spirit is, like, doing, like, little things like that for you, showing up for you in ways that are new, or abnormal. So you're receiving support, spiritually in new ways, either now or to come. But it's like you're just not in your head anymore. You're just not concerned with... It really feels like you're just not concerned with, like, the romantic shit right now, okay? We have 7 of Cups reversed, 10 of Wands, and 3 of Swords. You have some pain to release, for sure. You have some burdens that you've been carrying that need to come to the surface. The illusions have fallen. There's no more confusion. It's just now, like, processing. It is... I'm literally seeing you unpacking your bags and, like, donating stuff, throwing things out, and then keeping the things that are sacred. But it's really, like, I keep coming back around to this balance of, like, allowing people in. 7s are significant. Letting people in. How can you let people in a way that is not a detriment to your own relationship with yourself? That's the question. How can you stay in this abundant, independent energy while also, like, receiving love? Because you're going through it. You have some things you're transmuting, and, you know, you don't have to be completely alone. You know what I'm saying? Eight of Cups reversed and 6 of Wands reversed. You had to walk away from something you didn't want to walk away from. I think you felt seen in ways that felt good, that maybe fed some of your wounded parts. But you had to walk away. And it's like we're moving on from that, and it's kind of like, you know who in your life currently sees you. You get that feeling in your body of true resonance, true vibrational match, okay? So, yeah, like, allow people to see you. Allow people to see this process you're moving through. Having to leave behind heavy emotional things, like, is really hard. There's this resistance, though, still. There's almost like there's a part of you that's kind of like, yeah, I left it, but, you know, then quietly in the corner, but maybe it'll come back. 5:55. Since this thing, whatever this is, has left your life, like, you've been happier. So it's kind of, Spirit's really saying, like, there's no going back. It is what it is. Strength reversed. Yeah, you're gonna have to find even deeper strength for this, genuinely. Page of Swords and the Two of Swords reversed. Again, you've already made the decision. Two of Swords reversed, like, you're not confused. The Page of Swords is making me feel like find new ways to stimulate your mind. I think your mind is still kind of thinking about how you decided things and, like, what you said, what you didn't say, you know, like, how you responded to whatever this is that you've left behind. Spirit's like, you did it already. Can we think about something new? Not in a way of like, oh, push away the pain. I'm still saying you have pain here to process, and you have burdens to sift through, and you have to sit in that, and you have to let your heart feel that. Of course. But I'm talking about, like, balance. I'm talking about, yes, that is true, and also when you get in this mind loop, that's not healing. When you get in this mind loop of, how did I do it? Did I do it right? Should I have done this? Should I have said this? That's not healing, and that's not letting yourself feel this pain of the loss. That is you getting stuck in a mental loop. Okay? So that's why this Page of Swords is like, okay, what? Think of some ideas of how can you stimulate your brain differently right now to get, like, cut the loop. Once you cut the loop and boom, distract, okay, we've exited the loop. It's easier to not re-enter it if you give your brain something else to focus on. Seven of Pentacles keeps being on the bottom here. Oh, this is what you should be thinking about. What do you want to plant now? What are the seeds you want to put into the ground? What are you ready to produce? What do you want to grow? What do you want to grow right now? Queen of Wands reversed. Ooh, girl. Yeah. Ugh. Burp confirmation. You are calling back your power. You are calling back your power, and it's hot. It's hot. It's so sexy to call back your power. Okay, you're gonna go from this to this. We have Queen of Wands, and it was reversed, but I'm really feeling like it's in motion, okay? And the Moon. Spirit is like, work on your womb magic with the Moon. How can you sync up your own body and your womb space? Even if you don't have a womb, it's an energetic 5D place, you know, it exists within everyone. How can you sync up those natural, like, flow processes? How can you sync that up with the Moon? Where's the Moon at right now? Okay, like look at that. It has something to do with that in terms of calling back your power. Using the power of your womb and of the moon to call your power back. Period. Period. That was awesome. Okay, Cinderella. Don't forget your shoes. You hear? Alright, I think that's all.